Hi guys, welcome to my channel, the Infotech with Zafar. My name is Zafar Khan, and in this video I am going to discuss about the DevOps, the most popular and best solution methodology in software development lifecycle. I have designed this course for you to understand about the DevOps very easily and effectively. I will be covering all the stages of the tools used in DevOps, including lab for each tools. I will also discuss about the Linux command that is going to be used in DevOps because Linux is required. So as per my first slide, this is my first lecture. Here I will introduce in the DevOps and also discuss with the Linux command because Linux is required and it is most important for the DevOps. Those who want to learn the DevOps, Linux is required, so he must have to learn. So that's why I will also discuss about the Linux command and the commands not in depth, but those commands which is used in DevOps. I'll discuss some tools as well like Jenkins, Gates and GitHub, Ansible, Chef, Docker and Kubernetes. And at the end we will do some live project, but it will take time of course because there will be number of videos that we will discuss about all tools, so probably it will take time. Guys, you may aware of that nowadays DevOps plays a vital role in IT industries because it is implementing automation at each and every stage. In software development lifecycle, there are different methodologies used. So the waterfall model, the agile methodologies and DevOps. The waterfall model was the first process model to be introduced. It is also referred to as a linear sequential life cycle model. It is very simple to understand and easy to use. In waterfall model, there are different phases like analysis, design, implementation, testing and maintenance. Each phase must be completed before the next phase can start, and there is no overlapping in the phases. This diagram is showing the waterfall model. Here what does it mean? Water is flowing from top to bottom and it will not return back on top. This is not possible. So the waterfall model is very similar with this diagram. If you see over here, the waterfall model is, it is coming from top to bottom, means analysis, then design, then implementation, testing and then maintenance. So all are coming downwards. If you are in the design phase, it is very difficult to go back to the analysis. If you are in a testing phase, it is very difficult to go back to the design phase or implementation phase. So that's why it is called a waterfall model. So here I will discuss in different phases of waterfall model, that is analysis, all possible requirements of the systems to be developed are captured in requirement gathering and analysis. The design phase helps in specifying hardware and the system's requirement and helps in defining the overall system architecture. After getting the input from the design phase, the system is first developed in small programs called units, which are integrated in the next phase. Each unit is developed and tested for its functionality, which is known as unit testing. Now testing phase, all the units developed in the implementation phase and are integrated into a system after testing of each unit. Post integration, the entire system is tested for any fault and failure. Once the functional and non-functional testing is done, the product is developed in the live environment for customer. A product is basically deployed in the live environment for customer. It is if there is some issues which comes up in the live environment, to fix those issues, patches are released or some bug fixes has been delivered to the live environment. Also, to enhance the product, some better versions are released, maintenance is done to deliver the changes in the live environment. So if you see that all these phases are cascaded to each other, in which progress is seen as flowing downwards. The next phase is started only after the previous set of goal are achieved and it is signed off. So it behaves like a waterfall phase, and the phase cannot be overlapping, and that is why it is called waterfall model. Here is some limitation of waterfall model. The first one is high risk. Of course, it's a high risk. The amount of risk is high and the uncertainty. The second one is it is not feasible to go back, as already discussed. Once the application is in testing phase, it is very difficult to go back to the previous phase and changes something that was not well thought out of the concept stage. The waterfall model is not a good model for the complex project and object oriented project. And also, no working software is produced until late during the life cycle, and it is very difficult to measure the progress within the stage. If you are in the if you are in a particular stage, you cannot measure. It's very difficult to measure within that stage. So these are the limitation, and also the poor model for the long and ongoing project. If your project is very long and it is ongoing, so it is it's very difficult to measure it, and it's very difficult. It's a poor model, you can say. This waterfall limitation, this waterfall model is not feasible for the long and ongoing project. Now, Agile methodology. So first we will discuss what is Agile. Agile is an iterative approach. It's a very simple answer is it is an iterative approach, which means the project is delivered in sprint wise. Here the diagram is showing sprint wise, sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. Means if you got a project and you want to deliver it by using the Agile methodologies, you have to split it into different phases or different iteration. Sprint 1, sprint 2, and sprint 3. This kind of approach are used by the Agile methodologies. The ultimate value of Agile development is that it enables the team to deliver value faster and greater quality and predictability and greater aptitude to response to change. Agile software development refers to a group of software development methodologies based on the iterative development where requirements and solutions evolve through collaboration between the self-organizing cross-functional team. Scrum and Kanban are the two most widely used agile methodologies. Now, Agile emphasizes delivering product in a small increment. This incremental delivery comes with many advantages as it allows team to bring new product to the market faster and high quality. However, the benefits that Agile can offer, it's not for everyone. As a result, it's important to be aware of the disadvantage of agile methodologies as well. So with this in mind, here some limitations are in agile methodologies. The first one is a poor resource planning. Because agile is based on the idea that teams don't know what their end result will look like from the day one. It's challenging to predict efforts like cost, time, and resources required at the beginning of the project. And this challenge becomes more noticeable as the project gets bigger and more complex. The other limitation is limited documentation. In Agile, documentation happens throughout a project and often just in time for building the output, not at the beginning. As a result, it becomes less details. Next one is the fragmented output. What does it mean? It means that incremental delivery may help to bring the products to market faster, but it's also a big disadvantage of agile methodologies as the delivery happen in sprint wise. That is because when the team works on each component in different cycle, the complete output often becomes very fragmented rather than in one organized unit. Next one is no finite end. The fact that Agile requires minimum planning at the beginning makes it easy to get sidetracked delivering new unexpected functionality. Additionally, it means that projects have no finite end as there is never a clear vision of what the final product looks like. So that is why it is called no finite end. The other one is difficult to measure. Since Agile delivers in incremental basis, tracking progress requires as you look across the cycle. That long game makes measuring progress difficult. So these are the limitations of Agile methodologies. Here in this slide, it is showing the waterfall model versus Agile. Agile and waterfall models are two well-known project management methodologies. Both of them are popular in software development, but each is best suited for different types of project. The main difference is that waterfall is linear system of working that requires to the team to complete each project phase before moving on the next one, while Agile encourages the team to work simultaneously on different phases of the project. So in nutshell, we found some difficulties in waterfall model and some difficulties in Agile methodologies. So now the question is, do we have any solution for that? Yes, we have a solution, and it is none other than is DevOps. Here the solution is DevOps. As the name, Dev means development and OPS means operation team. Okay, so this is the complete life cycle of the DevOps. Here the planning, it is a planning stage, the coding, building, testing, then release, then deploy, operate and monitoring. So this is happening continuously. So it aims to shorten the system development life cycle and provide continuous delivery with high quality software and more reliable. Now here again the question is, why DevOps is required? But DevOps is important, most important, because it is a software development and operation approach that enables faster development of new products and easier maintenance of existing project or existing deployment. So the organization needs DevOps specialists because it is faster delivery, higher quality, less capital expenditure and less operational expenditure. And the most important thing is reduce the outage. You know, outage is the most important thing because most of the organization don't want to put any outage in the system except planned one. If you have a planned outage, that is fine. But if you don't have a planned outage and if you want to take the outage in the system, higher management will not allow. I am working in one of the organization. When I try to book an outage for change, I must have to provide the strong justification. Even the deployment happen in out of office hour. Why? This is why this happened? Because it's directly impact to the customer. And hence higher management will not allow and even not approve for your change unless you have a strong justification or some planned outage. And that is why the outage is most important. But here if you are using the DevOps, it reduces the outage. That is the most important thing. Okay. Now what basically DevOps do? What exactly DevOps do? So DevOps is all about the automation process, and DevOps engineers are instrumental in combining code, application maintenance and application management. What are the basics of DevOps? These are in this slide, these are the showing the basics of DevOps, that is version control, continuous integration, continuous delivery. It is also called CI/CD, infrastructure as a code, monitoring and logging, validated learning. Now version control. Version control is also known as source control. We can track them and manage the changes to software code. Generally, development team develop the code and push the code into the version control. I can say it's Git. Generally, they are used Git. So Git is a tool which is a version control basically. So whatever the changes done in the code, so that is pushed into the version control, and that is mainly a source code basically, so that development team can track. If you want previous version, they can get it in the version control. So that is why it is used. So this is the basics of DevOps. Another one is continuous integration. What is CI? Continuous integration. The developers regularly merge their code changes into the central repository. Repository means it's a version control, that is Git, and after which automated build and test are run. Next one is continuous delivery. Software development practice where code changes are automatically prepared for the release to the live environment or production, you can say. Another one is infrastructure as a code. Infrastructure as a code is a managing and provisioning of infrastructure through code instead of through manual process. With infrastructure as a code, configuration files are created that contains your infrastructure specifications, which makes it easier to edit and distribute configurations. It also ensures that your provision the same environment every time. Next one is a monitoring and logging. Monitoring is a diagnostic tool used for alerting DevOps team to system related issue by analyzing metrics. Logging is a method of tracking and storing data to ensure application availability and to assess the impact of state transformation on performance. Another one is validated learning. What does it mean? Validated learning is quantifiable based on the data such as revenue, user engagement, and feedback. Now, what is DevOps tool? In the first slide, we have shown what are the DevOps tool. Now, what exactly it is? DevOps tool is an application that helps automate the software development process. It mainly focuses on communication and collaboration between the product management, software development, and operation professionals. DevOps tool also enables team to automate most of the software development processes like build, conflict management, dependency management, deployment, etc., and helps reduce manual efforts. That is the important. It's a manual effort. Manual efforts reduce because it automates the software development processes. Now here we will discuss the best DevOps best DevOps tools in brief. I will not discuss in details, but yes, in brief we will discuss the DevOps tool that is going to be used. Okay, and I will prepare another video in details with lab for each and every tool which is most popular and generally used in the industries. Okay, but here I'll discuss in very brief for the best DevOps tool. The first one is Jenkins. Jenkins is an open source automation tool which enables DevOps engineers around the world to reliably build, test, and deploy their software. It also facilitating continuous integration and continuous delivery. The other one is the Vagrant. Vagrant is also another best DevOps tool that allows building and managing virtual machine environments in a single workflow. It simply simplifies the software configuration management of virtualization in order to increase development productivity. Next one is Ansible. Everybody probably knows about the Ansible. This is most popular tools leading DevOps it is a simple way to automate application lifecycle. It is one of the best automation tool for DevOps, which makes it easier for DevOps team to scale automation and speed up productivity. The other tool is Chef. Chef doesn't mean as a preparation of food. Here Chef is a tool, and also we will use the recipe while doing the practical and lab. So but yes, name is very similar to the chef, those who prepare food and something in a big hotel or some 5-star hotel. So it's not like that, but its name is very similar, and we will also see the name recipe. A recipe is nothing but a preparation of code and something like that. We will discuss later. But Chef is a configuration management technology used to automate the infrastructure provisioning. It is developed on a Ruby language. It is used to streamline the task of configuration and managing the company's server. The next one is Kubernetes. Kubernetes is a portable, extensible, open source platform for managing centralized workload and services that facilitate both declarative configuration and automation. The next one is Docker. We will also discuss later about the Docker hubs. We have to create a account for Docker hubs so that we can push the image or code to Docker hub, and those images will again use to deploy from Docker hub to the main server. So we will discuss later during the lab when we will do that. But yes, we have to know about the Docker, and Docker is a DevOps technology suite. It allows DevOps team to build, shape, and run distributed application. This tool allows user to assemble apps from component and work collaboratively. Next one is the Puppets. Puppet is one of the popular DevOps tool that allows managing entire infrastructure as a code without expanding the size of the team. The other one is Splunk. So Splunk is a tool that makes machine data accessibility, usable, and valuable to everyone. It is one of the best DevOps technologies that delivers operational intelligence to DevOps team. It is one of the best software deployment tool that helps companies to be more productive, competitive, and secure. The important thing is secure. The next one is Nagios. Nagios is another useful tool for DevOps. It helps DevOps team to find and correct the problem with network and infrastructure. The other one is Datadog. Datadog provides the complete monitoring solution so that you have full visibility, or DevOps engineer has a full visibility as you transform or adopt your DevOps culture. The other one is Git. Git is a free and open source distributed version control system. Already discussed, the Git is a version control system and designed to handle everything from small to very large project with speed and efficiency. Development team generally develop the code and push the code into the Git, as Git is also a repository. It's a repo. We will use also GitHub, and we will create an account for GitHub as well, so that we will integrate the GitHub with Jenkins, and how to integrate we will do in lab. Okay, the other one is Maven. I have not mentioned over here, but yes, I will discuss in brief about the Maven as well. Maven is a popular open source build tools developed by the Apache group to build, publish and deploy several projects at once. For better project management, the tool, that is Maven tool, provides developer to build and document the lifecycle framework. So here this slide is showing various tools used in DevOps, but some of these tools mentioned are very popular, like Git, Docker, Chef, Ansible, Kubernetes, and of course Jenkins. Jenkins is the main tool to integrate with all. So we will do of course we will do the Maven as well. We will do the practical for Maven, and basically in lab we will discuss for the tools whatever we have discussed in the theory or in this slide, basically in this video. So those tools we will do the practical as well, or you can say lab, so that you will get a better understanding how to integrate, how it works, what are the commands we will use, how to write a code for DevOps engineer. All those things we will do in a lab. So some of these tools mentioned are very popular, yes, and some of them are ordinary. So in my next video, I'll explain in details for each which are mostly used in DevOps. I will also do in lab so that you guys will get practical knowledge about all those tools, how these tools are working, how to install in your system, how to configure these tools, how to integrate with each other. Overall, you will get more and more knowledge with the upcoming videos. I'll prepare one by one video for you guys only, and I am trying to help to all those who interested in the DevOps area. So guys, request you all to watch my all videos. I will upload it in a sequence. Go in a sequence and watch it and learn lots and enjoy. So thank you so much. I would like to request all of you, please like this video, subscribe my channel and share it with your friends, so that it will give me encouragement and upload all the videos which I have discussed with you. Thank you so much guys. Just hoping next video will be uploaded very soon. Thank you so much.